Hello, Kaiko here, and welcome to the chaos. Let's go.
This place feels familiar, but where am I exactly? There are towering cliffs with the trees and a strange river flowing from the horizon all the way here, but it's broken up several times along the way, with the waterfall at each breaking point. On close inspection, the colour of the water is changing. The closer I get to the lower portion, the darker it becomes, almost as if... Did you bring me here? Then that must mean this is... That's right, this is Skirk's inner world. Think of it as a threshold between the soul and dreams. This isn't your first time here, but what you remember is probably a space covered in darkness. I only managed to illuminate a small portion for you back then. It talks, so you can speak. Actually, it's my first time talking to someone like this. I only managed to break free and bring you here because the injury weakened her power. Guess that's why I can speak again too. Call it fate if you want. I think that's the word they use it in this world for lucky coincidences like this, right? Now, before I take you to her, I gotta ask, you're the first outside visitor to ever come here, so what's your impression of this place? What is that river? Why are there so many cliffs and waterfalls? Ah, you noticed. This river represents Skirk's strength. Strength accumulates over time. It is the summation of a person's lived experiences. This river is where all the fragments of Skirk's life should converge into a single stream of memories and emotions flowing forwards as one. But as you can see, the river has been severed numerous times. It's because Skirk doesn't like who she was in the past. When all she sees reflected in the water is a disgraceful shadow of who she was, she cuts through the water and rock with the sword of reason, severs her connection with the past, and begins anew. Wait, that reminds me of something. You must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion, crush the self that makes you weak, and become master of your own physical form. This isn't my first taste of failure of losing power. When you fall, you get back up again and become stronger. That's how it is. I see. So it was certain Logi who taught Skirk to replace all emotion with reason. And since then, it's been a constant process of abandoning, refusing, and erasing her past self. I suppose that's the secret to her strength. But it's such a sad thing to think about. What has she been through? Why does it have to be this way? The answer to one mystery invites another question, I see. Let's follow the river upstream. There among the cliffs, among the memories etched into her heart, lies the truth of it all. Soon you'll understand everything. It's so pretty! You know, apart from all the drama. Like, the fact that this has been, like, severed. Is this baby in a Skirk, or is it not? It's gotta be. This looks like a coastline, huh? I recognize the drawing on the sand. Wait, isn't this the picture I drew for Paimon? Why is it showing up in Skirk's memories? Huh? Huh? I've always thought that even when falling leaves don't come from the same tree, they can still form bonds of kinship when they meet. Like meteors, you both made a journey through the stars, both travelers who have landed on a planet that's not your home. Yet when she first noticed your presence, although she hesitated for a moment, she still chose to walk away, indifferent as ever. Why? If I think about it, it's not surprising at all. After what happened at One Min Restaurant, it's obvious she prefers to disappear from other people's lives. She hasn't seen Child in many years either. I doubt she's ever made a connection with this world of her own volition. What I'm seeing now is a microcosm of her entire life. Seems like you've answered your own question. Skirk sees herself as a trespasser in this world. She's made a conscious choice to avoid altering its path, but the reason for that decision stems from events much earlier on in her life. Let's keep going. It's still a long way to the source of the river. You now have what it takes to wield immense power. From this day forth, I shall teach you no more. No one can become a worthy warrior through imitation alone. I have given you fangs and claws, now you must learn to hunt. You wish me to travel the world beyond on my own, master? Indeed, make new friends, embark on your own journey, and piece together a new future from your shattered remains of your past. You will still have contact through the abyss, but know this, one day I will take the life you worked so hard to build and reduce it to ashes, just like the fire that haunts your mind. Why would you say that? That looks like the narwhal, actually. Why would you do that? I have told you before, fear is the catalyst for human evolution. You have tasted loss, you have known fear so deep it can be felt in the bones. But as living beings, we will have an instinct to detach from that which harms us, and thus pain dampens over time, and the accurate taste of fear becomes but a distant memory. Yet now I have bestowed upon you a gift of fear eternal. It will drown you in the nightmare of your childhood, or it shall drive you to defeat me, whatever the cost. The figure next to Skirk looks familiar. Right, I saw the same figure during the battle against the all-devouring narwhal. This is what Master of the Fowl said Logie looked like at one point in time. At one point in time, so he can change form? Wait, is he the thing in the novel? Of course, as a higher being, physical form is a triviality to him. He could appear as a beast, a human, or even a monster that defies description. The form you see him in here, clad in abyssal armor, is the one he usually wears when traveling through the stars. I used to think Sir Logie and Skirk were just master and disciple, like Skirk and Child. Now I see why Skirk chose to distance herself from humanity, so that Logie told her to put down roots here, while at the same time threatening to destroy whatever life she managed to create. For certain reasons I need to bridge the power gap between me and my master as quickly as possible, but first I need to understand the source of his strength. To do that, I need to follow in his footsteps, walk the path he once walked, and do something along the way. Somewhere along the way, I'll find out how to defeat him. That is my sole focus and purpose. So that's what she meant. I still don't understand why Sir Logie would do that. For what he said, I didn't pick up on a conflict between them. I'll let you in on a little secret. The real Sir Logie is terrifying. The scope of his power is impossible to understand until you experience it firsthand. It is absolute, the power to crush all things. Shall we keep going? Let's see, we're about halfway there. This is the Skirk when she was a kid. Baby! We've made it quite a ways already. This is Skirk when she first began training under Sir Logie. I have set your broken wrist. Tomorrow you're to train twice as hard. No tears this time. Good. Attempting to garner sympathy through tears is a habit of the weak, a pitiful, useless ploy. Can I ask a question, Master? Why did you save me? I keep thinking maybe it would be better if I had died. I wouldn't be haunted by that fire all the time. I wouldn't have to go on like this. I saved you because I have a plan for you. It has been too long since I fought a battle that demanded my full strength, and I hunger for it. Every so-called genius and prodigy I have faced has crumbled like sand underfoot. Before me, even fate bends the knee. So I will teach you everything I know, train you by whatever means necessary, in the hope that one day you might surprise me. I don't want to draw my sword against you, Master. What you want matters little. Among the boundless sea of stars, the cries of the weak are but faint murmurs to disappear into the void. You all people know that well. Yes, Master. From that day forwards, all she knew was grueling training, emptiness, and fatigue. After some time, her talent bloomed, and she gained control over her emotions like her master. How should I put this? It was not that human emotions disappeared from her heart, but that reason came to dictate all she was allowed to feel. I suppose it was at this point that she became the Skirk you know today. This hurts Logie saved Skirk from disaster when she was a child and never even tried to hide his ulterior motive. I suppose at least one final mystery. What really happened with the disaster back then? That Logie's final words to Skirk were cold and cruel. But Skirk's reaction made it seem like it was the truth she knew all too well. I have a feeling it all comes back to what happened back then. Ah, we're nearly there. I almost don't want to reach the end. Well, shall we? This is the final stretch. Why am I failing? Okay, in we go. Ah, these are Skirk's happiest memories. What a simple and carefree time it was. Wisps of clouds dotted the sky, the sun bathed everything in golden light, and when song filled the air, not even the shyest of flowers could resist swaying along. This is Skirk's homeland. She was so curious about everything as a child, always skipping school to go exploring instead. There was so much to discover, the treasure at the bottom of the sea, the secrets beyond the stars, and that merchant ship packed with adults wearing their strange clothes. Yes, the ship, that was the beginning of the end. It was a spaceship. When it arrived, the people that disembarked wore smiles on their faces and spoke of friendship. They claimed to be merchants from a neighbouring planet looking to establish trade. Skirk's parents, her relatives, her neighbours, everyone welcomed the newcomers with open arms and allowed them to explore the planet. To them, the visitors were guests should be treated with hospitality. No one had any idea of what was to come. Several months later, an army of unknown origin arrived without warning and carried out a ruthless campaign to destroy everything and everyone on the planet. Skirk had skipped school that day, like so many times before, so she was not caught in the immediate wave of distraction, but when she came home that day, only fire and ruin awaited her. Wait, is that like a little wing or something on her back? Interesting. Countless people cried out to her for help, people she knew and loved. friends and relatives, the little girl who lived next door, the shop owner with the bad leg, the bad-tempered teacher she had made fun of just that morning. Their lives were discarded like worthless trash. As the fire consumed one life for another, Skirk was helpless. All she could do was run, and so she did. She kept running until an unexpected figure crossed her path. If Sir Logi hadn't been there in that moment, the fire would have claimed her life too, and she would have remained, left to rot in the scorched earth with no answers as to why any of this was happening. So, why did those people destroy her homeland? Because she and her people were seen as a threat. A threat? Did they do something bad? As the initial merchant ship explored the planet, they discovered it hadn't always had the conditions to support life, yet there was evidence of human activity even during the periods of extreme heat or cold in the past. Further research revealed that, over time, the people of this planet had evolved the ability to adapt to any type of environment or energy source. For that reason, the outsiders viewed them as a potential threat and decided to eliminate them before the threat could rear its head, and so the army was called and the so-called danger was wiped from the face of the planet. Just because of speculation? All those innocent people? Senses, isn't it? Deemed a threat because of a gift they didn't even know they had. Perhaps it was their own innocence and kindness that doomed them, but in the end, that was lost in the blaze as well. If those with power get to decide good and evil, then all you can do is trust in the sword in your hand. And so, before death could claim her, she ran and never stopped. Now I see why Sir Logi's threat is such a terrifying prospect for her, and now I see why she distanced herself from the world. No one wants to relive their most painful memories. Well, that brings us to the end of the story. This is as far as we can go. Skirk is waiting over there for both of us. Let's go to her. It's time I fulfill my purpose, and my greatest wish over all these years. So all this just so you could bring her here? I have things to say to you, well, to me. I want someone to witness our reconciliation, even if it takes an argument to get there. And she's the best choice in this moment. Wait, then you must be. Her suppressed emotional self, the version of herself she keeps locked in the recesses of her mind, stifled by reason. All those rejected impulses, those discarded aspects of your past selves, they are part of me now. I am who you used to be, someone who you have refused to face for too long, so I came to face you instead. You're wrong, I faced you all along, and that's exactly why I keep you locked here. Your existence makes you weak. Moments of joy and longing are when we are most vulnerable. Don't forget, it was penchant for goodness over reason that doomed our homeland in the first place. The vastness of the universe renders everything insignificant, our feelings most of all. Even so, learning from the mistakes of the past doesn't have to mean erasing everything. Strip yourself of your so-called weakness, emotions like kindness and empathy, and what makes you any different from the ruthless soldiers who slaughtered our people. The difference is that I'm doing what is right, what is necessary. I allow you to exist, but with limited freedom. That is the greatest kindness I can offer. I shouldered everything you couldn't carry. I rose above the numbness and emptiness, and I was cold, unfeeling reason that brought me this far. It made me who I am, it made me strong. That is the problem. I want to shoulder those things together. On the grand scale of the entire universe, maybe our feelings are vanishingly small, but why should that mean they don't matter? Emotion gives warmth to the cold expanse of space, it gives meaning to the world around us. Think back those nights of gazing at the stars, those afternoons of exploring the unknown. Think back and let them grant you peace, a brief respite from the pressures you put on yourself. That isn't what we need. It's exactly what we need. Aren't you curious about why recovering your strength has taken longer than normal this time? Finally, you get to the important part. That is the only answer I came here to find. Then look around, look at your inner world. You cast aside your dreams and curiosity, and in doing so lost your original motivation. You severed all connection to who you used to be, so you can no longer draw strength from your past. Now the only thing driving you forwards are fear and survivor's guilt, but these cannot take you far enough, and so this river, the source of your strength, grows more polluted by the day. And you think that means I should seek help from a weak little thing like you? Your emotional self is weak. The fact that she transcended time and broke free from her constraints to come and face you, that proves it. Thank you for saying that. I knew bringing you here would be the right choice. To be honest, I'm not here to argue with you. This isn't about who's right or wrong, and in fact, I agree that in order to make it through the wake of that tragedy, we had to distance ourselves from the pain through reason over emotion. But what is right at one point in time isn't always right forever. I know you will never forget that fire. I know the fact that you were the sole survivor filled with guilt. I know that among the voices that haunt you, mine is there too. Because deep down, you know you didn't turn out to be the person you wanted to be. All those unfulfilled hopes are like knives to the heart, and I don't want you to hurt anymore. So even if you can't accept me, I hope at least that you can let go. I keep thinking maybe it would be better if I had died. I wouldn't be haunted by that fire all the time. I wouldn't have had to go on like this. Your dad and I were not afraid to stare death in the face, but we need you to survive. I'm sick of being a kid. There's so many amazing things out there, and I'm ready to see them all. I remember there was a song Mum and Dad always sang when we went out to fetch water. Dancing water, the sand along your path is begging for your song and movement. Will you carry this burden with you on your journey? I'm not the dancing water and you're not the burdensome sand, but if this is your wish, then I will carry you with me until the end. Thank you. Wait, what did it say? It said, dancing water, sand along your path is begging for your song, and movement, will you carry this burden with you? Okay. Okay. I should be thanking you.
Run, Skirk, run! Remember, leave no one alive! Heed my words, Skirk. Let fear take root in your soul.
Did you survive? Why was it only you?
Skirk, did you become a positive light in this world?
Hey, this doesn't have to be the end. Life is a gift. Don't let darkness claim it.
So you saw my memories then? I once asked my master if survival of the strongest was the law of the universe. He said no, but in a world without order, those with no moral boundaries tend to be the ones who survive. There isn't true strength, power is not a substitute for doing what is right. That's why after hearing his answer, an idea came to mind. An idea that one day I would create a new world order, one in which there would never be another tragedy like that fire, one in which power was not the law of the land. But that means I must defeat him, because my master said Logi is at the core a defiler of all rules and order. Sounds like you have your work cut out for you. Yes, and not just because of the gap in our abilities, but also because I have no reason to see him as an enemy. Although his decision to train me was not made out of kindness, he did everything a master should. He saved my life, taught me the sword and the principles of strength, and for that I respect him. But he intends to face me in battle one day. I know, it's something I want, but master never goes back on his word. I have to treat everything he says as a promise. He's a long introvert, but he sends me messages through the abyss every now and then. Most of them are simple greetings or an answer to one of my questions. Every time I hear from him, my heart skips a beat, and I wonder if this is the moment where he'll finally appear before me and tear down everything I've built to pieces. Should we be concerned about the fact that he left Teyvat? Maybe that means I do live in eternal fear, just like he said. Yes, I respect him, but I'm also afraid of him, and for that reason the pursuit of strength consumes every moment of my life. I don't know what Master has planned, but I have to be ready. If he does attack you one day, I'll help you. Help me? Why? This isn't your fight. Because if we want to build the world we want to see, we both want to see, everyone has to be willing to fight for it. If we all do our part, we can make the entire universe a kinder place. It's so pretty, and now it's all connected. And let's see, does she have that little wing? I think she does have a little wing. Like here. Interesting. Is that her, like, adaptability? But she had that before. Skirk gazes into the distant sky. There's nothing else to do here. Should I leave? Yes, I think so. Oh, you're finally awake. Honestly, Paimon was gone for like 2 seconds, then she comes back and finds you both unconscious. You scared Paimon half to death. You're both okay, right? What does it look like? It looks like your strength is back. You look stronger than ever. Only water from the source can cleanse the rotten filth that flows from the past into the future. I taught you to incorporate the experience from your journey into how you fight. I suppose what happened today will become an inseparable part of who I am. Okay, so Batman feels like she's missing some important context. But whatever, Paimon will provide tons of delicious snacks, so let's dig in. The 3 of you enjoy the snacks. Alright, it's about time we finish what we started. We're going to deal with this thief for good, right? Finally, let's show him what we're made of. This time I'm not going to tell you to hold back, but having digested even more power in the meantime, he's going to be tougher than before. The good news is we have no reason to pull our punches this time, so let's go, same place as last time. Okay. Well, we can go back over there. I'm sure we'll be fine. Oh, wait, my slime condensate! There we go. Okay, we can try this again. Whoop. Ooh, it's already there. In we go. The fog is gone. Is that our master, the narwhal guy? Wait, isn't that the form the Aldebaran narwhal changed into? How come he knows that too? That's Skirk's master, that's what the fowl used to look like. Really? So you're telling Paimon the giant whale and the sky can both turn into the fowl? How does that work? His subconscious instinct, any intelligent being who longs for his level of strength is bound to mimic his appearance. It's a natural response after encountering someone as powerful as master. To them, he represents ultimate power. We know the person before us has encountered master, and we know we stole a portion of my power. It's not surprising he would assume this form. Okay, the closer Paimon looks, the more intimidating it gets. Evelette isn't here this time, so it's up to us. He won't have the nerve to steal again after we're done with him. Let's teach this guy a lesson. Okay. Oh, that's how that works. Oh. There we go. This is the blood serpent's broken edge. Didn't we learn some serpent thing? Okay, where's the guy? There he is. I see you. Ooh, Skirk's about to perish. Ooh! The will that crossed the abyss, something and something. It healed her! Is that because she was about to perish? And they decided that that was a bad idea? Ooh! I was too slow. Not this again, watch out!
Haven't had enough of my power. Well then, let's see how much more of this power you can handle.
Ooh. Well, have you come to your senses? You saw my body was at its limits and deliberately channeled your power into me, knowing it would destroy my shell from within. Such power, such keen battle instincts, so you must be... Oh, this guy's from Conria. Skirk, Sotologi's disciple. How long has it been? How long has he been away from Teyvat? Hundreds of years. Hundreds? Sorry, it's a lot to take in. I should introduce myself. I'm Skofnungr, a friend of your master and one of his followers. This is the first time I've heard your name, Skirk, but hundreds of years ago I knew you existed and I knew you would come here. Hundreds of years ago? Sounds like you and Master have quite the history. Care to tell us about it? Of course, might as well take advantage of a clear head while I can. The story starts a long, long time ago. I was born into a noble family in Conria. As the eldest son, I was set to inherit our title, but I contracted an incurable illness as a child and everyone gave up on me. I trained the sword harder than anyone else, defeated all my peers, but it was all in vain. When the people looked at me, all I saw in their eyes was pity or strange glee in my misfortune. Even my parents were just waiting for me to die. Over time, my heart hardened and I became aimless. That was the point where I met your master, said Loki. We were similar in age, but different in background. He was born in prison, the son of criminals who had been sentenced to death. He spent his childhood wandering the streets, facing more criticism than the literary works in the Universitas Magistrorum. Yet he always wore a smile on his face, as if kindness and malice are one and the same, and he could not see the difference. I still remember what he said to me when we first met. You need to fight to survive, even if it's a losing battle, it should light a fire under you. How can you sit back like this and go down without a fight? That does sound like something he would say. He was the first to acknowledge that I was worth something, and he inspired me to keep going. When we sparred together, it was the first time I actually felt the flow of combat. When I was 10, he stole forbidden research materials and managed to cure my illness. It was like there was nothing in this world he couldn't accomplish. When it came to the human form, he was always intent on pushing the boundaries of possibility. But somewhere on the way, I fell behind. My talents were nothing compared to his, and at some point I realized he had pulled too far ahead. I was too embarrassed to even ask him to spar. After this grand endeavor was successful, he sought me out and said to me, "This planet no longer holds anything of interest to me, so I'm leaving, but first I have an offer. I can use my power I have just refined to break the curse of immortality for you. Your death was once what we worked too hard to prevent, but the immortality you now face is a different kind of pain altogether." I'll pass. Immortality doesn't sound so bad to me. Since I can't die, it means I have an infinite amount of time to get stronger. Maybe I'll finally catch up to you one day and we can spar like we used to. Are you sure? I cannot say when I will return. Your body, or rather your soul, might not be able to withstand this curse. All I can do is try. After all, a wise man once told me people need to fight for their own survival. Wise indeed. Nevertheless, if you grow weary of the pain of immortality and wish to experience a good sparring match before you wither away, seek out my disciple. Disciple? Never I thought I'd hear that word coming from you. Nor I, but Votfulness that I was destined to find a disciple out there in the universe and bring her to Javat. You know as well as I, Votfulness prophecies are never wrong. Well now I'm curious about who this disciple of yours will be. All Votfulness saw was that one day the stars shall bow in her honor. Sounds pretty impressive. Of course, only the most outstanding people would have the right to become my disciple. Still as selfish as ever, I see, but you're not wrong. I'll be leaving then. Oh, and if you're serious about getting stronger, I left you a little gift, the Primordial Sea. As I said before, walk whichever path you want. Freedom means even the wicked get to make their own choices. Waiting for me in the Primordial Sea was the all-devouring narwhal, already beaten into submission by said Loki. In its weakened state, I was able to cut off part of its flesh and sew it into my own heart. Your heart? That sounds like torture. How did you even survive that? Because, of course, I bear the curse of immortality. You use the curse to turn yourself into a vessel for power. Even with that whale's ability, devouring power like that is also something the human body can withstand. With your body and your soul constantly at the breaking point, it was the curse of immortality that sustained you. But that is not the path to strength. You have to pour your heart into it, work for it, dream of it. Instead, you stole something that didn't belong to you, and it backfired. You're right, I should have known better, but I had already pushed myself to my limits, and he was still miles ahead of me. But I had to take a leap of faith. I miss your master. I miss the days when we were all together, troublemakers without a home. Nah, I don't regret the choice I made, but if you allow it, I do want to apologize to both of you. After the beating we just gave you, I think we can call it even. You're an interesting one as well. Said Loki's disciple. That's a lot to live up to. It can't have been an easy experience. I know what he's like. He rules with an iron fist, using despair and fear to force you to catch up to him, all the while standing ever out of reach. We're like mountain climbers in the dark, never knowing how much higher we have to climb or when we'll see the sun again. True, but I made up my mind long ago. No matter how dark it gets, I will not give in to despair. I will overcome it. Besides, after hearing your story, I suspect what Master really wants is not a battle that demands his full strength, but rather a defeat without regrets. Oh? Since you're his friend, you must have some things in common. The first time we came here, when you stabbed me through the fog and stole my power, I felt no emotion coming from that spike. But when you had to devote all your strength fighting me just now, I could feel joy and passion emanating from your blade. It was the joy of a researcher discovering the truth of the world, the joy of an artist uncovering a temple of wonders. Interesting, I'm certain I didn't express those emotions outright, yet you were able to read them from my blade, like a glimpse into my inner world. You're right, that battle brought me an unbridled sense of joy, and my defeat brings me no regret whatsoever. Exactly, I think Master also craves a battle like that. One where his opponent forces him to use all his strength, unlock the extent of his potential, and transcend his own limits. A battle to end all battles. After which, all can come to an end, including perhaps his life. For that very reason, good and evil are meaningless to him. He has one purpose, one goal, to complete himself. It's one of the secrets to his strength. Perhaps you're right, perhaps that is his goal. What a battle that would be. Oh, to witness such a... Are you okay? Very different kinds of power surging through your body. The curse of immortality allows it all to coexist, but it does not remove the pain. I won't be able to hold on to my sanity for much longer. What a shame. I would like to have witnessed the battle. So Logi once offered to free me from this curse. Now I must ask that of you, Skirk. Can you release me from the pain? I can, but not through death, if that's what you're hoping for. It's not a suitable punishment for your crime. As an alternative, I can take your consciousness along with all the power you've consumed and smash it to pieces. The impurities will dissipate, and under the curse of immortality, your mind and body will regenerate. When that process is complete, you'll be back to who you were before, no longer tortured by powers you can't control. But it will be a time-consuming and painful process. The decision is yours to make. I accept, and who knows, perhaps I'll wake up in time to witness your great battle with Sir Loki. I have faith you will be able to stand against him one day, though I know it will be a long and arduous road. If we are climbers in the dark, it appears the dawn has finally broken for me, but your ascent continues. At least it looks like you are not alone on your journey. I reset up at this mountain, no matter what it takes. And you, Skofnungr, will be my witness, and at the end of all things. Phew, that's finally over. Let's get out of here. At least we don't have to take a mad dash for the exit like last time. Skirk goes into the distant sky. There's nothing else to do here. Should I leave? Yes. Oh! Spine. Child of peace. Welcome, Spine. And thank you for my shitty reminder. We did it! Phew, it's only been a few days, but it feels like forever. Once again, we proved there's nothing we can't overcome. We're just that awesome. Didn't even break a sweat. Wow, you sound even more confident than usual. Guess you really have become stronger. Today we still went by fast. It's night already. Oh wait, that means Paimon... The stars you mentioned, the ones that died out, are they back now? Yes, the power Skofnungr stole has been returned, so the stars have regained their light. Great! Huh? It's crazy that you even noticed the light was gone. There are so many stars in the sky. If a few disappeared, Paimon definitely wouldn't be able to tell. I suppose it's because I've gazed upon this sky for centuries. The false stars hanging in the meticulously planned sky, glittering with rotten light. Ooh! It's not real, and yet it is for that very reason that I can look upon it and enjoy the momentary peace it brings. It's beautiful, I agree. I'd like to see what it's like up there. Even the most beautiful bubbles has to burst. We will return to the real universe one day, whether our own volition or not. Time marches ever forwards. Even the innocent and naive will taste life's bitterness. Yet through hardship we grow until we learn to seize the sadness of time for ourselves and uncover our true strength. Though we gaze upon a false sky, the vastness and majesty is palpable. One can only wonder, what is it going to take for kindness to reign supreme in the vast expanse of the universe? This is all going over Paimon's head, but if she knows one thing, it's that Kaiko always finds a way. Ever since we first met, she's filled Paimon's days with happiness. No matter how tough things get, she always finds a way to make it better. If it's too big a job for one person, then we'll do it with two, and if it's still not enough, then three. We've met so many amazing friends and accomplished so many amazing things. As long as we don't give up, we can make any wish come true. I suppose when it comes to you, anything is possible. Well, I should get going. Now that my powers is no longer isolated from my emotions, I need more practice to get used to it. When we'll meet again. I suppose fate will decide. Maybe we'll bump into each other on the street, or maybe we'll reunite on a different planet entirely. Regardless, reunions and partings are but passing moments. More than anything, I hope that, at the end of this journey, wherever it takes us, we stand in a world reborn. One without war, pain, or forced partings. One where life can bloom, even where there was once nothing but scorched earth. For this, we must all work to become stronger. Of course, Master. If that's what you want to call me, I won't object. Goodbye. Bye! Is it just Paimon, or is she being nicer than before? We definitely count as friends after all that, don't you think? Hey, what do you think about camping here tonight? There's nothing quite like sleeping under the stars. Come tomorrow, we can continue our journey. Oh, and since Paimon treated you to a super nice meal at One Man Restaurant, it's about time you return the favor. Ooh! Oh, Survivor! Hello, what are you doing here? And why are you resubscribing now? But welcome. It's nice to see you. I've gotten distracted by the rewards coming in. You've missed the entirety of Skirk's story quest. However, that does mean if you haven't done it yet, you can now do it spoiler free. But I've just finished it. But yeah, hello, good morning, welcome for the last like 10 minutes. Anyway, what did we just get? Oh, we got a guitar! A guitar that Skirk made based on the instruments of her homeland. The guitar's unique charm when played is its ancient melody seems to hum of history that nobody recalls. Ooh, have I had these? Oh, I must have already had these. Ooh. These look nice. This one less nice. Ooh. Interesting. And what are these? Okay. And what's this? Training review. After completing Skirk's rigorous training, you and she compiled a summary of your experiences, documenting your relentless efforts and Hogwarts trials. Though the training is ended, revisiting these records can still yield invaluable insights. Ah! I see, it's giving me some guides. I understand now. Okay, but where is it? Where's my quest item? What's this? Okay, no, that's from Charlotte. That's not what I was looking at. What's this? Dream Mirror Remnant. Vessel crystal, a gift from Skirk to you. When worn, it can be used in route to sleep to dream mirror with her, turn the culprits, go blah blah. Oh, you can look at it! I see! Okay, I'm skipping that in case you didn't know about it. But whoa! Okay, that's the little cutscenes we saw, and then oh, okay. I thought it would let me read it, but no, apparently not. Oh, okay. Fair enough. You haven't run out of time or energy for Genshin recently. That is fair. Very understandable. Well, I can give you a summary if you want, but that was quite an interesting quest. So, if you have time, you should definitely give it a go. Especially if you manage to do it in time to get the free rewards. Okay. I don't think there's time to do anything else really, but I will say... Oh no, we can do these! We can do the anecdotes! And I kind of want to trigger... No, that's fine. We'll just have to do it on Sunday. I was gonna say... No, today is Sunday. On the next Sunday. I was gonna say I wanted to trigger the quest that's in Sumeru, because this being in Sumeru is the most annoying place you could put it in Sumeru. But on Wednesday, we can do that. We can do bedtime story. That's not no quest. Don't tell me to do this one. I have 2 Archon quest things first. Archon related quests to do before this one. Why do you want me to do this one? I can't meet my brother having not met my brother previously. That's not how it works. Anyway, we can instead for the last 10 minutes go and chat to like Mizuki, because we should have 5 characters we can talk to. And yeah, we don't have time to do any quests. The only thing I would consider doing is triggering the quest so that we can go to Sumeru. Because if I get commissions in Sumeru, I just can't do them. Well, I can do the commissions, most of them, but I can't do any that are, you know, in that area. And that's quite a key part of Sumeru. So that's a bit unfortunate. But anyway, let's go and check on all of our friends. Okay, Mitsuki was in here last time. Mitsuki? Is she in the back? She is! Hello! You're Miss Layla's alternate personality, yes? Alternate personality? Don't mistake me, a little Miss Yokai. I'm Layla, I'm just sleepwalking right now. You're Dreamwalker Layla. Ah, no less than I expect from my dear friend Kaiko, an apt frequent. Your personality is the opposite of Miss Layla's, almost like a mask worn over her original personality. A mask? Oh, now that's an amusing way of putting it. How many more masks like you are there? That's a nice pose you're striking, a little Miss Yokai. What would you do if I were to say more than one? My response depends on your answer, so please do so. But let me be clear, lies are of no use here. We look stressed. Oh my, how terrifying. We're relaxed, I'm one of a kind, and what's more, I'm nothing like you assume. At most, I help her with her homework and draw some star charts after she finally falls asleep. She's been pushing herself harder lately, piling more pressure on herself, not that she'd admit it, and I don't know absolutely everything that goes on in her mind. She's clearly doing a good job, but she won't rest until she's found some flaw, even if there isn't one to find. Such intense introjected aggression. Does Miss Layla rarely receive positive feedback in her daily life? The opposite. Her advisors and classmates all praise her to the skies. But she ignores what she's already accomplished, fixating on every little imperfection or unfulfilled gap. I understand. I'll adjust her treatment plan accordingly going forwards. Just a word of caution, if Miss Lady does recover, you will disappear. Oh. Is that so? Great! Looking forward to it. What, confused, little Miss Yokai? I am Layla. I always have been. Rather than disappearing, it'd just be the mask being dropped. Kaiko, would you mind supporting me a bit? I think she's about ready to wake. Hi, what? I got you, easy now. Thank you. I'm supposed to be receiving therapy right now, right? I didn't sleepwalk again, did I? Miss Mizuki, I didn't say anything rude or anything I shouldn't have, did I? No, you didn't. Please relax. You did, however, suddenly wake up during the treatment. It gave me quite a start. I'm sorry, it must be because I've barely slept these past few weeks. As soon as I stop sleeping well, I start sleepwalking. In that case, how do you feel now after that little rest? Huh? Well, I don't feel dizzy. My vision isn't blurry either. I did have a very strange dream. In it, someone was sitting next to me. I couldn't see her face, but she was holding my hand the whole time. She seemed to be saying something, but I couldn't hear it. It just felt like her presence comforted me. It's okay. That's enough for now. Dreams are cherry blossoms carried by a swift current. Thinking of them fondly from time to time is fine, but should you try and reach out and grab them? Alright, I understand. In that case, today's session is concluded. Please return tomorrow at the same time, Miss Layla, and please be punctual. Yes, thank you, and thank you for supporting me just now, Kaiko. Okay, I'll be going now. I think I could write a great app right now. Why not lock the commissions to Fontaine on Atlan? That would be a really smart thing to do, actually, if only I had thought of doing that earlier. That would be pretty good. Or like Lira. Well, okay, Natlan might be a bit potentially a problem because Natlan, also I can't go to the Collective of Plenty, and Mondstadt I can't go to the gate. But Lira and Inazuma and Fontaine are fair game at the moment, actually. So I could do that. I really could. Hello, Hazel. After everything the results from the other investigations, right? It looks like this break-in can be consolidated with the others. Still, what kind of criminal was still nothing after gaining entry? And just how did they get in? Working on a new case? Oh, perfect timing, Kaiko. Indeed I am, and on quite the interesting one too. There's a criminal breaking into homes across the city, but they never steal anything once they're in. They just make a huge mess of the bookshelves. The residents are already at their wits' end. Though there haven't been any material losses, nobody wants invaders traipsing through their homes, so they filed a case with us. Could we be dealing with a light novel superfan gone rogue? This is already the third home this month. It's a bit much, even for someone obsessed with novels. But there is one thread linking all the cases. Every victim owns a copy of the crime novel called The Flesh-Eating Tree That You Shouldn't Mess With. What's even more fascinating is that the criminals' methods mirror those described in the book. Even their physical mannerisms down to the way they walk are similar to the book's protagonist. In cases like this, conventional wisdom dictates that we should first bring the author down to the police station for questioning. But I've got a different theory, and the Doshin are helping me verify it as we speak. If they can find the clue I'm looking for, then I'll be able to keep putting the puzzle together. Doshin already on the move? Oh, and what about Sarah? Madame Kujo Sarah is leading the investigation herself. She even got all stern with me before leaving. I'll trust your judgment for now, Shikanoin, but how certain are you? And what do you say? Right now, about 30%. If the findings align with my expectations, 60%. And in the meantime, I need to find someone. If they really exist, then the truth won't be far off. And what kind of person would that be? Someone with a motive to track down every copy of the Flesh-Eating Tree that you shouldn't mess with. Truly a head-scratcher of a case, just why, what could their goal be? Ooh. Okay. I wonder if I can, in those remaining, 5 minutes, chat to the last few people. There's at least 2 of them in Fontaine. I saw Charlotte and Fremine. And there should be one other person somewhere. I don't know who the last person is, though. Or where they are. Because I think they can be in Fontaine, Sumeru, or Inazuma. Because last night they were in Liu and Mondstadt. But that's quite a big area. Those 3 regions are quite massive. So, could be anywhere. Yeah, where's Fremine? Where's Fremine? Fremine! What are you doing down here, buddy? I love diving too. Oh, hey there, Fremine, what you doing here? Oh, hey, long time no see, I'm talking with him. With a Bubble Beast? It might seem odd to you. Not in the least. May I join you? I've got Bubble Beast pals too, you know. Really? I thought that was something that only happened in picture books. And what do the stories say? I'd like to hear more about those tales. Alright, then I'll share them with you. Oh. Ah, you want to hear them too? Okay, listen closely. Oh. Let us speak of a time long ago when there was a Lava Beast who strayed from his family and friends and lived all alone in the pitch-black depths of the sea. Even as he bravely lived on in solitude, he kept searching for his family, until one day a diver who loved to explore found him. Little Reese had never seen a human before and was scared at first, but the diver gave him lots of food and promised to return the next day. And just like that, they became fast friends. Every time the diver came, the Lava Beast would happily dance and slap his belly, singing the songs of the Lava Beasts. The diver also adored his round belly and could never resist giving it endless belly rubs. The Lava Beast also loved the feeling of belly rubs, but since he had terrible eyesight, he only ever saw the diver's blurry silhouette. So whenever he saw a human form approach, he'd happily dance, petting his belly and singing. Oh. So cute, gotta give it a rub, belly bus rub. Oh, good boy, here have some fish. I just caught them, so bon appetit. So is that how the story ends? I wish that was where the story ended, but one day the diver stopped coming altogether. The Little Beast waited for a long time, finally gathered the courage to go look for the diver, swimming off in the direction the diver had gone off to until he had finally reached the beach. And that's where the picture book I have ends. I don't know how the rest of the story goes. Our two friends might have... Don't be sad, it's just a story, it's not real, I think. I think they'll be reunited soon. It'll have a happy ending. Yeah, I'm sure it will. Ooh. I want some more fish. Give me a second, I should still have some more. I wonder just what does a Bubble Beast's belly feel like? Oh. So I guess I'll go for it then. Wow, this is really something. A world removed from petting Lynette's cat. Oh, that's so cute! That's really something. A world removed from petting Lynette's cat. Can I pet the Blubber Beast? No, but Fremine is having a great day. Okay, can we... Oh, Dea. What's Dea doing in Fontaine? So we've got Dea and Charlotte. I think I can talk to them quickly. Lucky Fremine, I know! He has to pet the seal! He must be having a great day. Okay, where's Charlotte? She should be somewhere down here. Okay, maybe I should have, checked more specifically where she was before I just kind of dived off a building. Okay, she's by the restaurant. We definitely went the wrong way, but she should be down here. There she is. I see her. Charlotte! Hello! What are you doing? She should have been here by now. Is she skipping her coffee today? Charlotte? No, wait. Today's blend is her favorite flavor. She'll be here. Well, if it isn't reporter Charlotte from the Steambird. Wow, you scared me half to death. Didn't anyone teach you not to sneak up on people? I only called your name like a bunch of times. Yeah, you did? Sorry then, I was so focused on the report and photos I didn't hear you. Still no sign of Florent though. Is she really not coming today? Lined up an interview with her. I thought she didn't do interviews. You're not wrong, but if I can score the first interview with the champion Julius who never gives interviews, it'll be another front page hit. Of course, I get rejected like all the other reporters if I simply marched up to her, so I decided to take a more roundabout approach to the problem. First, I worked out a complete dossier, including all our usual haunts and routines. Next, I'll camp out in those spots at specific times to await the perfect chance encounter. I'm even learning how to play tabletop games so I can visit the tabletop group in a few days and play through a new script with them, and maybe even be the game master. If I can be the game master for a game Cloran is in, I can use the role to build up my rapport with her. Of course, I never ask inappropriate questions during a session. I never use off-the-record statements in my reports. Ethically sourced quotes only. Be careful when you run into Navia. Navia, I've heard she's an avid gamer. What's the issue? You should practice voicing sentient doors and how to keep her from interrogating every frog that hops by. Wait, what? Is that kind of thing a GM has to deal with? That's nothing. Talking is what we journalists do best. If I ever get stumped by something, I'll dazzle them with my professionally honed spin techniques. Nobody will be the wiser. Is this how you normally handle things? Wait, so when... No, wait. When I speak with you, it comes direct from the heart. There's nothing I can't say to you. Well, I've got to run. I need to get to the hotel to board. Cloran might be on her way to buy some cake there this very second. See you later, Kaiko, and don't forget I want an exclusive interview with the next time we get the chance. Did I? No. But there's just one more. Just Dea. She's just over here somewhere. Wait, no. Wait, what? Wait. I thought you were only going to do 5 a day. But I just did... I did Mizuki, Fremine, Charlotte. Oh wait, no. Oh no, and Hazel, and Dea, and Lily? Okay, there's only 2 left. Assuming new people don't show up. I'm a bit confused, but I was just thinking it'd be nice to do all 5, and now there's a 6th one. I am confused. just a little bit confused, and I've committed. There shouldn't have been 2, okay? I don't know why Lily's here. Okay, let's get one more clip. Yeah, this was perfect. Here on vacation day. Kaiko, small world. Actually, I was brought on as a bodyguard for a Fontanian merchant ship recently. We docked her at a maritime harbour 2 days ago, and it'll be a while before we depart, so I figured I'd do some sightseeing. I'd heard merchants raving about Fontanian clockwork Mecca. Gotta say, they weren't kidding. The craftsmanship exquisite, and those dance moves, now that's what I call elegance. I was just thinking, stuff like those would be perfect for a human dancer too. You're into dancing too, Dea? Kinda, this is my lady Donizard and Nilu though. They're working on some new choreography and have been asking around for ideas. I was just thinking I could record these mechanical dancers and have them view the clips. Who knows, might spark some ideas. Still, that tall one, Coppelius, right? His moves seem to require some power to pull off. Not only does he have to spin his partner around at high speed, but he also needs to lift her up. That's gonna take some serious strength between my lady and Nilu, who's gonna do that exactly. What if you took the leading role? You've definitely got the muscles for it. Me? Oh no. I can muddle my way through some simple steps, but a complex routine, not my thing. Last time Donizard dragged me onto the dance floor, the beat ran circles around me. I kept stepping on her dress, and we both nearly tripped. During the break, she changed into short skirt and had me follow her lead. Did you have a good time? Dancing with her? Of course, I liked it, but I'm just not cut out to be a dancer, no matter how you slice it. Still, if she wants to practice a dance like this, I'll have to grit my teeth and try to take the lead. Guess I'll have Donizard dig that old skirt out once I get back. Looks like it'll finally get some use again. I have to have the skirt. Yep. Okay. No, don't take it up as a personal offense. No. Don't do that. I hope you know I'm now scanning the rest of the map just in case another sneaky one has snuck up on me. Because if Linny has appeared out of nowhere, there's a non-zero chance someone else has broken the rules. Oh wait, is this the place in Fontaine with the Fonta machine? Oh, wait. What's this? Okay. Wait. Where's my Fonta cup? Fonta cup? What category does it live in? It's hopefully with Fonta. Ooh. What happens if I just drink it? Okay. Well, I'm gonna refill it again. Okay, I may have gotten just a little bit distracted while trying to find No, I fell off a cliff. I might have got distracted by something that while I was getting distracted talking to Linny. But it was free Fonta. Drink it 10 times. For any particular reason? Still a ways to go. Linny, what are you doing here? Kaiko, I never imagined I'd run into you here. Seems like I owe that Gus just now an apology. They blew my hat away, seemingly for no reason, but no sooner had I caught it than I ran into you. Planning a visit to the Institute, are we? Yeah, there's a researcher I'm looking for, one who also interested in magic. He said he'd like to talk shop with me. Word is he's invented all kinds of fantastical devices that are perfect for some truly amazing tricks. For example, he once made a miniature thermos that he kept stuffed up his sleeve. All he had to do was switch his finger to activate the mechanism, and voila, the ice within would slide down and out through his sleeve. The ice trick, one of his myriad magic tricks. Does that really count as magic? Feels more like cheap sleight of hand. Of course it counts. Just think about it. You're a poor office worker sauntering behind your desk. You want nothing more than to head out and buy an ice-cold fondant to quench your thirst. But it's just way too hot. The Fonta machine's broken and only dispenses warm Fonta, and there's no ice anywhere in the office. Just as you torture on the edge of despair, the colleague beside you claps their hands and a few ice cubes suddenly appear in your cup of Fonta. Just imagine, how would you feel? I drink the ice Fonta first. Ah, my saviour, the Archon of Ice Cubes. Now you get it. That's what he researches. Close-up magic for daily use. That's why I'm paying him a visit too. I'd love to help him refine his close quarters tricks and improve the impact of his close-up performances. After all, the most important part of magic is the performance, especially when you're up close and personal. Perform well and the audience will be spellbound. They'll think, I need to get closer. No, closer. I must see what surprises this magician has got in store for me. What? Here, this is for you. To commemorate our meeting today. I'd say you're actually the greatest magician, Linny. Thanks for playing along. You truly are the best audience I could ask for. As long as you're beside me, I know even the thorny tricks will go off without a hitch. Uh-oh, would you look at the time? I better not keep a man waiting. See you next time. No! Jonathan, no! Don't say that! Wait, no! Daya's back! What is this? I think I'm getting a double round today. Okay, I'll leave you. I'll look at that myself then, since Child of Peace is getting upset. Getting upset with me. But it looks like Daya has reappeared. And let me just see if anyone else is here. Just so I know whether they're here or not. But I'm not. Yeah, Kivrar isn't. What is this? I'll do it myself off stream. Before Child of Peace yells at me some more. But you're only supposed to get 5 a day, aren't you? Okay. That works for me.
Thanks for watching, everyone. If you've enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. If you'd like to see me play live, then check out my Twitch channel. You can find me on Wednesdays and Sundays at 8 PM GMT. Thanks again, and have a great day.